Xtreme Village, released on 12 December 2002, one of the oldest areas in the game. It is the peaceful and tranquil home to the gnomes. Well, it was. Welcome to my Xtreme OneChunk Ironman series. It's great to have you here. I hope you enjoy it. Well, what can I say? So, I am starting an Xtreme OneChunk account. I have very rarely played old school RuneScape. I am a maxed RS3 player, maxed RS3 Ironman player actually. And I've dabbled in old school time and time again, but the grinds have always seemed to kill me, so I've always moved back to RS3. However, over the past, 3 or 4 months, I've started to fall further in love with the game, and I've discovered Xtreme OneChunk Ironman. So, you know what, I thought, why don't I just give it a try? So here we are. Seems simple enough, right? Well, the hardest thing to do is to pick your starting chunk. And what I wanted to do when I picked my starting chunk is I wanted to pick a chunk that resonated with me a bit. And I remember when I first got my membership back in 2006, 2007, whenever it was, the first thing I really wanted to do was to explore the agility skill. And so I rushed over to the Grand Tree and ran some laps on the Gnome Agility course, and I just think that would be a good place to start now. So before we get into what the tasks in this chunk are, let's go over the rule set that I have made in this account, because it's a little bit different from other accounts that you may have seen, because I want to try and keep it a little bit fresh and interesting, and it's got to be fun and relevant for me. Okay, so my rules start off pretty simple. So I'm going to be following the Limpwort Xtreme rule set. If you haven't seen the Limpwort series, he's kind of the OG for Xtreme OneChunk Ironman. I'll link it in the description to this video. But what I'm going to need to do in each chunk is complete all the highest level skilling challenges, complete all the quests if I can, do all the achievement diaries, obtain all unique monster drops, obtain all unique items, and get all unique minigame rewards. So I really have to do everything in a chunk. There may be one exception to that, which I haven't decided yet, but that's if I roll the Barbarian Assault chunk, which I'm near. There might be a change of rules for the Barbarian Assault pet, because I don't know if I want to be locked there. I haven't done Barbarian Assault in like 10 years, so it's one of my favorite mini games. I'm looking forward to it, but I don't want to just get locked behind the pet there. So then my second major rule is I will not be doing Puro at all. So basically any of the rewards from Puro I will not be able to get. However, if I get my hunter level up, I will be able to catch implings that go into my chunk, but I'm not going to be actively hunting them or anything like that. So I guess we will see what happens in relation to that, because there could be some big grinds that aren't able to be helped without getting the rewards from implings. The third major rule that I'm going to be following is I'm going to be allowed to leave my chunks a few times and a few very niche situations, and that is to complete the Biohazard, the Grand Tree, and Monkey Madness 1 quest. The reason I've decided this is because really I would like to do everything in this side of the map if possible, and these quests basically all take place on the side of the map, the west side of the map that I'm at, and potentially will allow me to access, the elf lands. So I definitely want to have access to them if I can. So to be able to unlock or finish these quests, I've got to be able and have every chunk unlocked that is able to be rolled for that quest. So say for instance for Biohazard, I think there's 5 chunks. I need to unlock all 5 of those chunks before I'm able to leave the chunk to be able to finish the quest. So that will be very interesting. And my fourth basic rule is that Herblore will be unlocked once I leave my chunk to complete the biohazard quest. The reason I've decided to do this is I kind of think it fits, into the lore and the theme of the series, where you leave the quest for biohazard to do all the testing that you need to do for the poisons, I think it is. I can't remember completely. It's been ages since I've done it. But I think that'll be a really cool way to unlock Herblore, and also will give me access to potions in my chunk, because I want to do Herblore at the end of the day. It's one of my favorite skills, always has been. So I don't want to lock myself out of that skill just because, well, I don't want to unlock myself out of that skill until I roll the chunk with the cape, but also I'm not a big fan of having to get 99s in the one chunk as soon as you roll that chunk to unlock the cape. So that actually brings me into my fifth rule, which I haven't decided yet, which is in relation to construction. If I unlock construction, or when I unlock construction, I don't want to have to get 99 straight away. So I don't know, I haven't figured out a rule that works for me yet in relation to this, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I'd like it if there'd be, a list of tasks before having to get 99 just in one chunk, because I think that's boring. But taking into account all those rules, let's get into it and let's have a look at my first chunk and what the chunk rules are. Okay, so let's get into the chunk tasks to complete the Grand Tree chunk here. So we're using Source Chunk's Chunk Picker, great resource here. So we've got to get 30 attack to wield an adamant weapon. So the adamant weapon is the adamant two-hand sword. It's sold at Gullick and Sons shop, which is on the second level of the Grand Tree. We're going to get 65 cooking to bake a pineapple pizza, which is probably the hardest task in the chunk. We've got to get 10 defense to wield an oak shield, 27 fletching to fletch an oak shield, 15 wood cutting to chop some oak logs, so all that stuff's pretty easy. Then we've got to buy the adamant two-hand sword, obtain a pink robe top and the boots, pink hat, pink robe bottoms, obtain a short bow, obtain a bronze arrow, obtain an oak shield, all pretty easy. And then we've got 2 diary tasks, which are make a chocolate bomb at the Grand Tree, which I think is like 40 cooking or something like that, which we will get on the way to our 65 cooking, so that shouldn't be too bad, as well as complete a delivery for the Gnome Restaurant. So we will get into the Gnome Restaurant as well. The Gnome Restaurant's a bit time gated. However, I want to try and get the reward token and just keep that in my bank. So when I unlock Gnome Restaurant fully, I'll be able to do that properly. So we'll just do that passively as we go here. So let's get into it. Okay, so here we are. First time in the chunk. Very exciting. So the way that I got here was I teleported to Castle Wars and ran up here. Took a while, but hopefully we're going to be spending quite a bit of time here. So as you can see, this is the chunk. Why don't we have a bit of a look around? So we've got some gnomes, level 23. Okay. I think there's some gnomes, we can pickpocket them, but they need 75 thieving, so can't do much there. Let's look around here before we go into the Grand Tree. So this would be the wheat field that I could access Puro if I had the hunter level and was doing Puro, so I don't need to worry about that. Okay, what else do we have? Some Terrachic gnomes. Okay, now that must be for the gnome delivery. Okay, some wood cutting. There's the trees, and there's the oak tree. Okay, cool. There's the king. Can't start that quest yet, don't have 25 agility. Go around in here, first level. Oh, we've got some cocktail glasses. Talk to this guy. I thought that was a shop. I think that's the guy for Monkey Madness. I can trade this guy here. Oh, I can buy a knife, so that must be how I can unlock fletching. Pineapples, I'm assuming for the pineapple pizza, and chocolate dust. Okay, cool. What's this way? We have Rometti. Oh, okay. This is the clothes shop. I don't know why pink's best in slot. I don't know. I like the green. Maybe I'll use the green in the future. I don't know. What do we have? Oh, I did not mean to click that. Oh, we've got the bank over here. Yep. Gnome restaurant. Now, I don't have much experience with Gnome restaurant. Like, I've done it in RS3, but I imagine it's quite a bit different here. Oh, okay, trade this guy. Oh, more stuff. Okay, to unlock. Oh, don't know why that's flashing. Okay, let's go up to the next level. All very exciting. Okay, let's go up, 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 up. Okay, we are up here. This is level 2. This is where Gullick is. Okay, so that must be the axes that I can buy for wood cutting. There's the adamant 2H. Ooh, I didn't know it had arrow tips. I wonder if I can fletch. Oh, although I don't know if I can get feathers, but we will have a look. Okay. There's another level. Let's climb up here. Yep. Ooh, look at the cute creature. Let's look at this baby. That is cute. I want it. Can I do anything to it? No, apparently not. Gnome glider. Can't use that, I'm sure. Okay, so I need to start. I need to. Might start with wood cutting. I need to buy this. Okay, so I need money to buy an axe, but I do not know how to make money in this account because there is no shop in this chunk. So I'm gonna have to do some exploring and see what I can find because I actually have no idea. I didn't even think about that. You think there'd be a shop to sell money to get some GP, but I can't sell anything to get GP. So, and these things don't drop anything. So, what the hell am I gonna do? Okay, I need to think and explore here. So, after doing some exploring and working out that I don't know anything about this chunk whatsoever, I had a look online and I've actually discovered another Xtreme OneChunk Ironman who started in the Grand Tree. His name's Xtreme Gnome. I'm going to link his video in the description. He looks like an absolute legend. And having a look at him start in the Grand Tree, he discovered, which I had no idea about, is what I can do is search this kitchen cabinet here, and I can take different items from this cupboard. So let's take the gnome bowl, for instance, and I can trade Hudo, whatever his name is, and I can get 5 GP. So this is the only way that I can make money to do anything on this account, which I just realized means that I'm going to need to make quite a bit of money to train cooking, because without GP I can't buy anything in this chunk. Oh god. Okay, I did not think that this chunk would be that hard to start with. I thought this would go relatively quickly. Okay, well, this may have changed things a bit. We'll have a look and see. Okay, and with this, that is the first 1K in the account. I got a knife as well. Let's go and buy some axes to start woodcutting. That took about 10 to 15 minutes. Not looking forward to doing that quite a lot in this chunk, but we will see. Okay, so I've just bought my axes and down about 750 GP. Let's go bank this and start woodcutting, hey? Get some levels on this account. Okay, so this is where we're going to start woodcutting. And I will check back in with you guys, but let's cue some sort of leveling montage, hey? Okay, so just got 4 fletching. I don't want to get burnt out, so let's change it up and let's work out how we're going to do this cooking grind. Okay, so I've done a bit of research here, and what it looks like I need to do to start cooking training is to make bread. So I can make bread with everything from the Grand Tree grocery store here. So what I do is I buy the buckets of milk, and I empty the milk and fill them with water. There's a water source just over here somewhere, I think. And then I use the water on the pot of flours and make bread, and I will then make loaves of bread. And I can cook them here, and then what I'm going to do is run this way over here, and I'm going to do that until I think it's 8 cooking, and then at 8 cooking I can make fruit blasts, and fruit blasts here, all the ingredients are sold by Heckle Funch. So we've got the cocktail shaker, cocktail glasses, and all the various fruit. And then at level 16, I'm then going to make short green guys, which everything else is here as well. And I think I need to do that till roughly 32, and then I can make cheese and tomato batters. So I don't know if I'm going to do all of that now, but we're going to level up a bit of cooking. Just to change it up a bit and see how long this takes. Probably I'm going to have to stop halfway through because I'm going to need more GP. So I'm going to have to sell stuff to this store over here again. But I guess we will wait and see. Okay, time for the cooking grind to begin. Okay, and with that cooking level, I'm going to call it a night and get back into the cooking tomorrow, first day done in the chunk. Many more to come. So the other thing I forgot that I really should be doing now is one of the other tasks, which is not showing up in the chunk picker, but I should start the gnome restaurant because there's only a limited number of people that I can deliver to here, and it's on a timer. So let's try and get an easy job. Yeah, see, so I can do a fruit blast at the moment, but it is in my chunk, no, not in my chunk over there. So I've got to say here, I don't think I can complete this one, and I go into a timer. So I will check back here in 5 minutes time, but we'll continue to cook in the meantime. Okay, and with that cooking level, I am starting to get pretty tired, so I'm just going to smack a couple of gnomes around. I think maybe just get up one combat level from combat level 3 to maybe 4, and actually no, I'll probably go to level 5 attack, that way I can wield my steel axe, and I might do some wood cutting tomorrow. Okay, see you all in the morning. So last night before I went to bed I got 5 attack, so I could wear this sexy steel axe, who's going to be my best friend for a while whilst I wood cut here. And I'm feeling some wood cutting this morning, so I'll do a bit of wood cutting and then, I don't know, maybe go back to cooking, see what I feel like a little bit later. So, unfortunately, I didn't get this live, but this is absolutely insane. Like, I don't think I even understood at the time when I got this drop how crazy rare it is. It's just absolutely wild. First of all, I was kind of AFKing at this time, so I didn't even see it drop. and I came back to my computer and I must have just missed it, and I saw that Runelight took a screenshot, and I was like, oh, that's weird. I must have leveled up. And then I looked at the chat and I like literally went wild. It was like I can't even describe it. Since getting the drop, I actually went and looked, and looked on the wiki to get the odds of trying to get a drop like this, and putting it into the skill pet chance. At level 27, doing 63 actions per hour, which it roughly says there in the screenshot, on oak trees, it's a 1 in 360,471 chance. 1 in 360,471. Like, what? Like, I don't think I am ever going to beat this as a drop. And this is my third day of this account. Like, I can't believe it. Like, still cannot believe it that One Chunk Man locked account has this luck. Like, what is going on? So I don't even know how I top this. Like, do I just end the series now? Do I become a Supreme, like, instead of Extreme? I don't even know. I'm still shook to my core about this, but an unbelievable drop, and I just, yeah, I'm still trying to come to terms with it. If anything, though, it's given me more motivation that I need to see what this account can do, because the possibilities are endless, it seems like now, and getting the beaver in your starting chunk, I don't think many extremes end up doing that, but hey, I'm happy with what I've got so far. And I think that is a good note to end episode 1 on. So first of all, thank you so much for watching, if you've made it through this far. Like I said, I've got no video experience, so this is the first ever video I've made doing anything like this. And if anything, it's just more of a way for me to look back on the progress of this account, because as the name says, it is pretty extreme. And you know, I'm a bit sentimental when it comes to things like that, so just going to keep moving it forward and see what happens here. And look, if I even get 10 people that watch this, I'm going to be absolutely ecstatic. So thank you to anyone, and if there's any feedback out there, please come back to me and let me know. But we did tick off, well, we didn't get any chunk tasks done yet, but we've made some progress. We ended up with 38 cooking, which is great. I got level 4 combat, 5 attack, so I can wield my steel axe now. And I'm at level 27 wood cutting, and I have my new friend to follow me around everywhere. So thank you once again for tuning in, and let's see if we can get out of this chunk in the next episode. Who knows?